Dwight Yorke is highly considered as a candidate to become the head coach of the Jamaica men's national team. Is this for real? Is this a smokescreen? Join Premier 7 right now for the discussion. Hello and welcome to Premier 7 yet again, everyone. I am your host, Ryan Nelson. The logo is here, the logo is there, and I am here to speak about matters surrounding the Jamaica men's national team. Dwight Yorke is one of those persons who is considered an option to become the head coach of the Jamaica men's national team. Of course, there could be persons saying yes, he is the right man, whereas others could be saying no, and some persons will be in the middle. And speaking of such, the poll dictates what was being said. I said a few hours ago that should Rudolph Speed, JFF, consider former Manchester United striker Dwight Yorke as the best head coach option to lead Jamaica men's national team. 14% says yes, 14% says no, well, not sure, and 73% says no. And that was calculated from 37 votes. Earlier on, it is a no, so should I just agree and say no, just like what other person says? I have to at least share my point and my say surrounding the talk. Before I go into details though, people, if you're new to Premier 7, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment, and share. And if you are already a subscriber, you guys know already what to do. So, a coach is somebody that Jamaica would need at this point to lead a charge for the national team to book their way into the World Cup in 2026. And seeing that the likes of Coach Hamer Al Grimson has stepped down, there were names that has been in the pipeline, but nothing has been finalized as yet. For example, Geraldo Martino, who I spoke about, a lot of Jamaican fans, or let's say other fans, whereas football is concerned, were saying that this guy would be a better option. Paul Hall is also in the makings, maybe not being pushed up there by JFF, but the Jamaican fan base knows that Paul Hall could be a better option if to be compared with who I'm going to speak about right now in a Dwight Yorke. So most of us know Dwight Yorke as being, let's say, the best athlete where football is concerned from the Caribbean. He's from Trinidad. He is about age 52 at the moment, and he had a stellar career. Manchester United, Aston Villa, also for his home country, Trinidad, whereas he helped them to even go to the World Cup. But we're not here to speak about his illustrious career from a player's perspective, but let's speak about what the main essence of the video is about, the coaching perspective, whereas Jamaica is in need of a coach. So I have the news here from the Mirror that was being posted on the 16th of June 2024, and the topic is saying that Dwight Yorke in frame for national team job after surprising resignation from a club team, that is. So Dwight Yorke has been out of work since a short spell with Australian side MacArthur FC, but is now edging towards a new role after being backed by a host of stars for a move. Well, let me just say it by now, his only achievement as a coach is to win a trophy with MacArthur FC in Australia, and that is a good start for his career as a coach. Dwight Yorke is being considered for the Jamaica national team job, and the ex-Manchester United striker is a prime candidate for the role, having known that Heimer Algrimson, who was an ex-defender of Iceland. He went away and is now the coach of Ireland. But he did his part, ex-defender, and Jamaica has improved defensively. So we saw that he was doing his part, but could have done better. And now Yorke, the ex-Trinidad and Tobago international, who is well respected within Jamaica, and by extension the Jamaica Football Federation, is now understood to be a popular choice. I mean, I spoke about Heimer Algrimson being an ex-defender for his country, Iceland. I spoke about Martino a couple of days ago being a midfielder, and now Dwight Yorke being a ex-striker. So the biggest areas on the pitch for which Jamaica team is concerned is the midfield and the front line. Our midfield is a mess. We're all over the place to some extent. And even though we have instances of playing good football, we are not continuing on that pathway of becoming better and better at the game. So we need somebody who can, put the players together, help them to play as one, build up about a team chemistry, and we can see the dominance that we can have in different positions and build upon that and somehow make our weaknesses become our strengths. So Dwight Yorke now becoming that type of person who is a ex-forward for Manchester United, Aston Villa, and let's say his career overall. Can he be the man to lead the team? To some extent, yes, and to some extent, no. Because I don't think he's that man with that high profile where coaching is concerned, even though he may do a job, but we don't want for somebody to just come and do a job. But in the position of a striker, he could help in that department. Why I say that is because Jamaica needs more than just a coach who can help with the striking. So we need a coach who have the ability to have in-game and off-pitch management surrounding our players. Yes, the Dwight Yorke preferred formation is a 4-2-3-1, but we see that that formation is somewhat preferable for us, but not in every game that can be worked with. And Gerardo Martino, I think he could have been the better option. Why did JFF suddenly turn to a Dwight Yorke? I don't really even know, but Martino was that man who I think have a better profile as a coach. He led the charge of helping Mexico, Paraguay, even his home country Argentina on the biggest stage, or let's say where the international football is concerned, of course, and even being a coach at Barcelona. Currently coached at Inter Miami, whereas he has coached Messi before at Barcelona and even now at Inter Miami. He is the rightful candidate from what I am saying at this point. And I think if you guys agree, do smash a like. If you disagree, drop a comment. So Dwight Yorke, even though he has been around top coaches like a Pep Guardiola, Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, he learned a lot from them. But learning a lot from them, can that be said to impress us or to convince us to say that this is the man for the job? It's not like an Arteta who was around Pep Guardiola and now become one of those best coaches or in the top 10 top coaches over the last few years, who has been doing quite well for Arsenal, doing an excellent job managing his player, managing himself and his staffs. It shows that even though he was around somebody before, he has become a world-beating coach. But can that be said about Dwight Yorke? And the thing is, if you are a coach, or let's say you're a player and there's no fear that you can bring into your oppositions, then it shows that it is going to be hard to be a champion coach. And I think Jamaica needs a savior. Jamaica needs somebody who can really and truly step up to the plate and bring back some of our key players who was missing, who were on break, who were injured, and recruiting the likes of players who we really and truly want, like a Mason Greenwood, who I think is considering coming to Jamaica regardless, and more so a Morgan Gibbs-White, who we need to have in our midfield, and let's say a Jacob Ramsey, who can play in the forward line and in the midfield as well. So Dwight Yorke isn't a bad person, but We're not looking for the nice guy. We're not looking for the other type of person. We need a coach who can manage the egos of our players. What happens when our coach have players who will down tool? Can Dwight Yorke be that man to help the Jamaican players to rise to the occasion? There's nothing to be said about that because we don't know much about him. And even though he would love to become the Jamaica head coach, maybe where money is concerned, it would be like a yes, because I don't want to say JFF don't want to spend money, but where finances are concerned, maybe he's that man who can. But where players are concerned, maybe he can help a few, but we need a coach who can help most of our players. 11 players on the pitch, help at least, say, 9, but not to say help 4 and the others struggle. So we need somebody who can elevate the team and push us up there in the FIFA rankings. But it must be said that though, the coach in Dwight Yorke has now managed to have both his UEFA Pro license as well as his A license qualification. So Jamaica Chief have around 40 expression of interest in the role and want somebody in charge by next month. So it is good to see that he has his license in place to coach a national team, but there are persons in the pipeline who could be even considered, and by next month in August we need to have somebody in place because we have some trying and battling competition that is going to come up to test Jamaica alongside the World Cup qualifiers, and we have to book our spot in the World Cup for 2026 in our backyard. So people, what do you think about Dwight Yorke becoming that man to lead the charge for the Reggae Boys? A nice person it seems, but nice doesn't say it all. We need someone who can lead and manage the pressure that the Jamaica team will come with. So people, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Premier 7 host Ryan Nelson, of course, is always here to reply to your comment from an unbiased perspective. So thank you again for tuning in to the video. You take care. Blessings until we meet again. Bye bye for now.